Hello again. Today I decided to try out the Calamity mod for the very first time without any knowledge of what the mod had in store whatsoever. This is gonna go so well. Wait, no. What is that? What is that? I started like any normal Terraria playthrough. I chopped down some trees, built a house, and went mining. I also tried to explore a bit, but that didn't really go so well. I tried exploring again, but ran into a giant rolling ball which killed me. While exploring, I found two living trees which had decent loot, I guess. I went down a cave and, well, I'm pretty sure you can guess what happened. Attempt 3 at exploring, oh hey, the demolitionist is here. Nice. After that, I made some better armor and tried exploring again. And died. Again. And again. I started working on a elevator and also went mining for a bit, and after that I started working on an arena when my friend told me that I should build up to the sky, because apparently there's loot up there. And so I did. And I found so much stuff that it literally filled up my entire inventory basically instantly. Also life crystals. So many life crystals. And an enchanted sword, but also life crystals. When going back to my house, I found a hive cyst, and me being me decided it would be a great idea to kill it. Ooh, what's this? Can I kill it? Oh, I can kill it. Oh, okay. Wait, no. What is that? What is that? Oh, no. What is that? What is that? I did a bit more exploring up in the sky, found more life crystals, and then worked on my arena some more. After that was finished, I explored for about the 50th time in this video so far and found a new biome called the Sulphurous Seas, which was cool. Oh no. Well, that was easier than expected. After the Eye of Cthulhu was defeated, I found out that apparently NPCs can sell potions in this mod, which was pretty cool. I then went down to work on my elevator some more when, you know, I was honestly surprised that they arrived this quickly, but oh well. With the gear I had, it was actually pretty easy. After that was finished, I was finally able to finish my elevator that I was working on, and I went to the corruption to attempt to summon the Eater of Worlds. Man, this game really wants to prove me wrong, huh? After that was finished, I was finally ready to challenge the Eater of Worlds. I had my arena, my gear was decent, and... okay. I then challenged the Eater of Worlds again, and died again. I went exploring underground and found another pretty cool biome called the Sunken Seas. There was an underground desert above it, so I decided to explore it a bit. I found a laboratory with some juicy loot, which also completely filled up my inventory. I worked on a chest room for a bit, then, you guessed it, went exploring. After that, the Goblin Army came again, and they just decided to leave for some reason. It wasn't like I killed off their entire population or something. No. Why would you think that? After that was over, I went to challenge the Desert Scourge, which was really easy, and I killed him on the first try. Then I killed him again. And again. And after that, I went to challenge the Eater of Worlds, and I'm sure you can guess where this is going. I challenged the Eater of Worlds again and died. I did it again, and died. I died a lot. Until I finally managed to beat the Eater of Worlds. After that, I went down to mine some hellstone, and this is where I thought it would be a great idea to break the room where a voodoo demon was while being submerged in lava. And well... ooh, a voodoo demon. Cool. Okay, let's see here. Oh, I'm dumb. I am so... I am so dumb. Wow. Okay then. Uh, this is gonna go well. Yeah, it went about as well as I expected. Yeah, I accidentally summoned the Wall of Flesh while mining for Hellstone, and the battle went great. After mining enough Hellstone and Obsidian, I made full molten tools and molten armor. Feeling invincible with my new armor, I challenged the hive mind and... well, guess I'm not as invincible as I thought. I went exploring in the jungle, found a hive, and killed Queen Bee first try. Why was Queen Bee so easy? I honestly have no idea. I then explored the caves that were near my house and found another one of those labs. I actually wasn't after the labs, I was trying to get a summon item for Crabulon, one of the bosses. After getting the items necessary to summon him, I did, and well, knowing me, I died. I decided to clear out a bit more of an arena first so I could actually move around some more, and then I resummoned him. But he spawned in the lava somehow, so by the time I got to him, he was basically just a one-shot. Even though he was technically defeated, I decided to drain out the lava and fight him one more time. After that though, I shattered my confidence by dying to the hive mind, then trying to kill Skeletron, but since my arena was smaller than my self-esteem after dying like 20 different times to the hive mind yet again, I was absolutely destroyed. I then made the item to summon the Slime God, and I did not realize how much of an absolute banger the Slime God's theme is. I mean, just listen to this! The fight wasn't actually that bad. I almost died a few times, but other than that, it wasn't really that hard. After I defeated the Slime God, I went straight to building a better arena for Skeletron. I went down to the dungeon a bit, but not too much, so that way I wouldn't anger the Dungeon Guardian. I found a chest, and the Angler? Why is he in a dungeon? Oh well. But after this, I finally decided to fight Skeletron again, and after getting slapped over and over, I still died. To distract me from the fact that I keep dying to these bosses and I am watching myself slowly lose hope in this playthrough, I went to clear out some space for the Wall of Flesh fight. One of the demons dropped the Blade Crest Oath Sword, which has easily become my favorite sword as of now in this playthrough. I also found a stupid amount of voodoo demons while digging out this space. It's like this game saw when I accidentally summoned the Wall of Flesh and was like, "Hey kid, you'll wanna do it again?" There were times when the voodoo dolls actually did fall in the lava and I did freak out for a second, but then I realized that I don't have a guide, so I don't have to worry at the moment. While exploring, I also found yet another lab which contained the Murasama, which does 4,000 damage. 4,000. This is going to help so much with later bosses, and ID and power level locked. Prove your strength or have the correct user ID to wield this sword. Oh, I can't use it. Well, frick! After that, I went to the dungeon again to fight Skeletron and actually managed to defeat him this time, which was great. So then I started exploring the dungeon. Other than the mechanic, I didn't really find anything useful at the moment. I then went to the Corruption to challenge the Hive Mind and, well, surprisingly, I beat it. After that fight, I found the Goblin Tinker, which now means I'm gonna have to go say goodbye to all of my life savings soon because this little guy is gonna scam me out of all my money. When I got back, I also cleared out a ton of more spots for NPCs to move in, since I found so many of them, and so a new guide could move in so I could challenge the Wall of Flesh for real this time, not like what happened before, accidental summoning. I went down to the underworld to challenge the Wall of Flesh, and when fighting it, I found out that the Blade Crest Oath Sword is a really bad sword for this fight. The projectiles would literally target everything but the boss. I literally made it to the other side of the world without even getting half health down on the wall. After that, I was waiting for a new guide when I realized that NPCs have filled up all of that new housing again, so I created more housing for the NPCs to get yet another guide to move in. Ah, crap. Oh hey, a new guide moved in finally. Alright, let's go sacrifice some— what? For this fight, I also got a new sword called the Perfect Dark, which should hopefully help with the fight since the projectiles were not as bad and— never mind. I guess not. After many failed attempts, my friend told me that I should try with the gelatic I can't. Dude, hold on. Gelatic. The gelatic blade. Okay. After many failed attempts, my friend told me that I should try it with the gelatic blade, which also fires projectiles, but should hopefully be better. I fought the slime god again to test it, and it works pretty well, so let's see how it works on the wall. No, not again! Why? What? No. He had like 200 health left. Why? Finally, let's go. Well, time for hard mode. I immediately went to go break some demon altars, and I found out that doing so does not in fact give you the hard mode ores, it only gives you this hammer. I mean, the hammer is pretty cool though, not gonna lie, but apparently the way to get the ores was to defeat the mech bosses, so this is gonna be fun. I explored the dungeon a bit, and after getting some keys, I went down to the underworld to open some of the chests, and you know, something tells me this is gonna be a terrible night. It was, in fact, a terrible night. After that incident, I went mining for some ores, then got the full set of palladium armor and tools. I went exploring and found the hollowed biome and also explored the caves. I started crafting the summons for the mech bosses and also got the summon for Queen Slime as well, but as with most bosses in this video, I'm pretty sure you know how the first attempt went. And the second. But on the third, I went exploring again and found a new biome, and you know, you'd think I know not to summon random bosses when I am severely underprepared, but oh well, you can see how this went. Ooh, what's this? I feel like something bad's gonna happen, but oh well. Alright, let's see here. What is that? No! What is that? It's a what the what? What is that? No. I got this. Don't worry. I got this. I don't got this. Okay. After that, I decided, you know what? Let's start fighting the mech bosses. This will go so well. Well, surely I can beat Skeletron Prime though, right? Yeah, I can beat the twins. There's no way I get wrecked by all three mechanical bosses in one night, right? Right? I did in fact get wrecked by all three mechanical bosses in one night. I fought some of the other bosses to regain my confidence, and after that I challenged the Destroyer again. And well, I went exploring in the underground hollow again and managed to find this weapon called a terraria. I know this weapon doesn't really do much damage, but it was really fun to use. I also got absolutely jump scared by the earth elemental. What is that? No! No. What is that? After that, I managed to find 2 Frostbrand swords, which apparently do over 200 damage. So you know, of course I started using it. Did it help? Yes, actually it did. 200 damage is a pretty big upgrade from the sword I had earlier that did 50 damage. I then barely managed to defeat the twins, and went to go challenge Skeletron Prime again, where I obviously won. I lost. Yeah, I lost. Just barely, but I lost. After my defeat, I challenged Skeletron Prime again, and again. My main problem was that I kept on getting knocked into the main head, and my health just decided to go get some milk and disappear for the rest of the fight. I mined for a bit and made full adamantite, and actually managed to defeat him finally. I also fought the Destroyer one more time to get more hollow bars and made myself full hollowed armor, and after that I made more NPC housing so the steampunker could move in. I fought Cryogen, and after many attempts at the fight I was finally able to defeat him, which unlocked a new NPC. I spent the night making NPC housing for the new NPC to move into. I crafted the Aquatic Scourge Summon and defeated it first try. I really need to stop going through these bosses so fast. Next boss on our list, the Brimstone Elemental. I got the summon item, then started digging an easy way down to the Brimstone Crag. Fight went as usual, as many of these boss battles do. Fought it, died, fought it again, died but made progress, fought it for a third time. Haha, no. Wait, the wizard sells the Rod of Discord? Well, okay then, don't mind if I do. With our newfound power, we went back down again to defeat the Brimstone Element. I said we went back down again to defeat the Brimstone Elemental and managed to come out victorious. Since we finally managed to defeat the Brimstone Elemental, the next boss we're going to fight will be the Calamitous Clone. I made the summon and decided to fight it without much preparation just to see how hard it would be. I actually made it pretty far for a first attempt, but unfortunately, I died. Surely that means it'll only take 3 attempts, right? Right? I got really close to defeating the clone on this attempt, but I died. I kept on dying over and over and over until I finally managed to defeat it. Afterwards, I went to the jungle to go on an epic chlorophyte mining session, and when that was finished, I started clearing an arena for Plantera. I found a bulb and thought to myself, maybe I can lead Plantera back to my arena and fight her then. I break the bulb and immediately end up despawning her right before I make it to the arena. I found yet another bulb, and since this one was actually close to my arena, I did not end up despawning Plantera in the first 5 seconds. I instead actually managed to destroy the first phase and surprisingly also destroy the second phase, so that's pretty cool. Our next plan of action was to go into the dungeon and immediately go to fight Golem. As usual, I beat Golem first try, and I did it again because bullying a giant sentient stone wall with the IQ of a grape is so much fun, and I honestly don't know why. Next boss was Anahita and Leviathan, and well, these are one of the bosses that I struggled so much with. First attempt, dead. Second attempt, dead. Third attempt, okay, never mind. Well, that was a huge waste of time. Alright, back to fighting. You know what? Maybe I've just been fighting these same bosses for too long. Let's try a few different ones. I tried Astrum Arius. I died. I tried fighting Golem's older brother, the Ravager, and I died. I tried Astrum Deus, got to the second phase, then died. Fought them a few more times, and died. Oh hey, Deer Club is here. Because I don't feel like talking about every single death that happened, here's a small compilation of them. After all those deaths, my new plan was just to defeat the cultists, destroy the pillar so I can have better weapons, and then end up dying to the Moonlord because impending doom. And after that, well, here we go. We finally have much better weapons. Now the only thing left to do is try them out on these bosses. Even though I did struggle in some of them, the Daybreak and Solar Eruption helped so much with these fights. Except for Duke Fishron. I hate that third phase so much, words cannot even begin to describe it. However, one by one I was able to defeat the bosses. Here's proof of that, because I know if I leave that out, one person is going to comment saying that I cheated and didn't actually kill them. After those bosses were done, there was one final boss left of hard mode who was none other than the Moonlord himself. Now, I know I've said that I've struggled with some of these bosses, and I have, but Moonlord was on another level. I tried many different strategies for this fight, using an asphalt runway. Using the Fishron route and running for my life, hoping that I would not get hit by the Phantasmal Death Ray. My strategy after that was to build an entire railroad across half of the whole world and have it loop around, but since I don't know how to make a minecart track that loops, this did not work. And since that didn't work, I just decided to make a minecart track across the whole world and add boosters at the end, so technically it could count as looping still. But oh well. Even with a railroad spanning the entire world, this still took a ton of attempts, until I finally managed to defeat him. Now that we're in the endgame, the first boss we need to defeat now is the Profane Guardians, and with the power of the Meowmere and me literally cheesing the entire fight, I managed to defeat them, which means now it's time for Providence! Fun! Even with the power of the almighty, legendary Meowmere, I still struggled much more on this boss than the Profane Guardians. I died plenty of times, even getting really close to defeating her, but did eventually manage to come out victorious. The power of the Meowmere is literally carrying me through some of these bosses. Anyway, with those bosses defeated, it was time for the Sentinels of the Cosmic Devourer, and the first one out of the 3 on our list was Sinus, Envoy of the Devourer. First attempt went great, as usual. Second attempt I actually built an arena which made the fight 10 times easier. Next one I tried was Ceaseless Void. First attempt I was so close to defeating him, but I died when there was about 1/10 of the health bar left. Actually no, more like 1/20th. Second attempt, like Cygnus, I managed to defeat him. Last but not least, the Stormweaver. This boss took a lot longer because it took me way too long to realize that no, you weren't supposed to go for the head, you in fact needed to go for the tail instead. But after I realized this, the fight was actually decently easy. Now it's time for the Devourer of Gods. First attempt, you already know, I got absolutely destroyed by him. Instead of fighting him over 200 times, slowly losing my sanity during the process, I decided to fight Poltergast first, which was honestly really easy. With the new weapons, I decided that now was a good time to fight the Devourer, even though the only thing I did was literally get a different weapon. Did it work slightly better? Yeah, it did. Did I do better? No. Alright, new weapon time, let's fight the old Duke. Little did I know that this would be a huge mistake because I did not realize how hard the Acid Rain event was. I swear this could be a boss fight on its own. Also, I accidentally summoned the Cultist somehow, so pillar time! Okay, cool, it's done, back to what we were doing. Okay, finally, the old Duke is here. Time to finally beat him after sitting through this event for so long. Why? No, not this again. Okay, this time I really need to defeat him. Why do I play this game? Why am I still playing this mod? Do I really need to defeat the old Duke? Surely I don't have to do this event for a third time, right? Right? You're just an old Duke fish run with tons of crippling debt and back pain. What makes you think that I'll die to this dumb excuse of a fight? To take my mind off of the absolute bullet hell known as the Acid Rain event, I decided to try and defeat the Dragon Folly because why not? And it was a pretty easy fight. Alright, back to losing my sanity over this stupid freaking Acid Rain event. Well, that was a waste of time. I then decided that I'm not going to do the Acid Rain event for the 500th time and waste another 2 years of my life on it, and instead just make a farm for bloodworms. I got a new weapon called the Crescent Moon, which works much better on the old Duke. I still died a few more times, but after those few times, I finally managed to defeat the old Duke. You know, I am so glad that this boss does not know how to teleport in this third phase, because I don't know what I would do if that was the case. I didn't even end up getting any useful weapons dropped by the old Duke, and didn't feel like fighting him again to get better ones, so I ended up just killing an Eidolon worm and using a Soul's Edge instead. You know, for some reason the Devourer really likes circling around me Slither.io style, and trying to kill me from there, and I have no idea why. Because I don't feel like explaining every little thing I did to help myself defeat the Devourer, here's a simple little summary. I end up dying many times while using the Soul's Edge. I think to myself, maybe an arena could help. I try it with the arena. I die. I try again. I also die. I try insulting him to degrade his self-esteem by calling him a stupid, dumb little fat Storm Reaver ripoff from Wish.com. He did not take very kindly to that, as I instantly got annihilated. I try many more times after that, gradually chipping away more health with each attempt. Next day rolls around, I am feeling refreshed, so I try to fight the Devourer some more, and it turns out the extra sleep did seem to help a lot with the fight. I get much closer to defeating the Devourer, but still end up dead. I then make it to the part where he's all like, "A god does not fear death, ah!" And it catches me off guard so much that I die. I continue to struggle in a second phase, as it confuses me more than the first math problem on a geometry test after I spent a solid 5 minutes studying for it, wondering why that wasn't enough time to get literally all of the information I needed to know into that tiny little brain of mine. I end up dying a lot more after that, getting painstakingly close to defeating him on multiple occasions, but still end up dying. Until finally, on one fateful attempt, I managed to duck and dodge, nearly die a few times, and also run for my life because if I get hit once by the head I know I'm screwed. And I finally managed to just barely defeat the Devourer of Gods. Now that struggle is out of the way, it's time for the third boss left, Yaron the Jungle Dragon. I don't really struggle much with the first phase, I say as I proceed to die in the first phase about 10 times. I decided to build an arena for this boss because that's probably better than just flying to the sky and back down over and over. I do that anyway, but the arena helps so that I can stop getting stuck in a hole when I fall back down to the floor. After a few attempts, I get painstakingly close yet again to defeating Yaron, but end up dead. This seems to happen with a lot of the bosses in this mod for some reason, and honestly, I have no idea why. I eventually managed to defeat him, which means there's only 2 bosses left in this playthrough, the Exomex and Supreme Calamitas. I decided to start with the Exomex, and so I gather up all of the encrypted schematics, and one by one work my way up until I'm able to summon them. I also make myself the Ark of the Cosmos, which should hopefully help against the mechs. I summon Ares first because he seems easy enough, and he is. That is until the others show up, and then I end up getting absolutely beamed out of existence within the first 5 seconds. I decided to instead try fighting Supreme Calamitas just to see the difference on the difficulties, and which one I should try to fight first. I proceeded to, yet again, get absolutely blasted out of existence by Supreme Calamitas. But honestly, Supreme Calamitas did feel easier than the Exomex at first, so I started fighting her instead. I started by doing a mix of fighting the Exomex, then fighting Supreme Calamitas. I eventually just settled on doing the Exomex first because the fight with Supreme Calamitas kind of slowed down and I ended up getting stuck on the part where her brothers are summoned. to which I end up either getting slashed out of existence by Supreme Catastrophe, or punched out of existence by Supreme Cataclysm. I nearly end up beating the Exomechs on multiple occasions, but I still die. Here's yet another small compilation of those deaths. After that, I did the boss rush event a few times because I felt like it, and it was actually a pretty cool event, even though I died. I then go back to fighting the Exomechs over and over. Until I finally beat them. And among other things, I got the Draydon's Heart from that, which apparently reduces defense damage taken by 50% as well as 15% reduced contact damage from enemies, which is really good. And using that as well as the other stuff I got from that fight, I managed to defeat Supreme Calamitus, marking the end of my Calamity playthrough. Wait. It looks like there's one more, and apparently it's classified as a super boss? The Adult Eidolon Worm. Alright. Let's do this. Okay, I changed my mind. I changed my mind. I don't feel like spending another 10 hours on another boss. So, yeah, my first Calamity playthrough is officially over. So, hopefully this video is at least somewhat enjoyable, and yeah, see you in the next video. 10 likes and I do a no-hit run. Okay, bye!